back, adventurers! Do you know what is a real adventure that each and every one of us goes on every day? Relationships. Yep, relationships. Think about all the different types of relationships you have in your life. To name just a few, you might have parent and child. You could be one or the other, or maybe even both. Our other family members, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and on and on and on. Relationships we have with our pets. For many of us, they aren't pets. They're family members and super important parts of our lives. Right, Cammie? A love relationship. Maybe dating. Maybe married. Maybe somewhere on the path in between. Friendships. I hope you all have these. Some people have many, many friends and love to be surrounded by people all the time. Others prefer a smaller, more close-knit group of people they feel deeply connected to and spending time in quieter pursuits. Either is fine, of course. Work or professional relationships. Adults spend a lot of time each week with the people they work with. Church relationships. There are several different types of relationships within the church itself, aren't there? The relationships between those who attend, between each member and their pastor, the pastor and the congregation as a body. Here at Adventure Church, our launch team formed a strong bond early on between very diverse people who were brought together with a strong dedication towards building this church. And, of course, the most important relationship of all, our personal relationship with God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Certainly, this isn't an exhaustive list of relationships. There are many different types. You likely have some of these and not others. You probably have some relationships I didn't mention too. The point is, we all have relationships in our lives. Each is unique and each is an adventure. This past year plus has been, well, unique for all of us, hasn't it? And one of the things that came out of it, in a positive way, was a renewed focus on the relationships in our lives. A year ago, I went to a wedding of two friends. Actually, today is their anniversary, and Pastor Andy married them. Emily was there, and Maddie and Kenzie too. They had each been married before, and they were blending their families. The pandemic made the wedding a challenge, of course. It wasn't the way it was originally planned, or even the date or location originally planned. But they knew that their relationship and committing before God was what mattered, and the gathering of people that cared about them made it a very special day. Their parents and other family joined from far away over the internet because travel couldn't happen. Friends, co-workers, church supporters were there in person, and those who couldn't be were there in spirit. What I noticed was there were people who had all different types of relationships with the couple, or with either the bride or the groom. But what each relationship was didn't matter that day. Everyone was there for one reason, and everyone celebrated together. No one questioned others about why they were in attendance or if they belonged there. The fact that they cared about the couple getting married was all that mattered. Much like at the wedding, everyone is welcome at the church. We don't question why people are here or if they belong. We accept that they're here because they love and want to worship God. Over the next several weeks, Pastor Andy is going to explore different types of relationships from the Bible's point of view. He'll talk about how all these relationships matter and why this church welcomes people who are at all stages in their life, regardless of their relationship status. Come back next week, adventurers, and let's start to explore this exciting topic together. See you next week!